welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we discuss everything relationship and love. And I'm your host, Franca. Tonight on the show, I have Sheyi Ilesomi, and hopefully Sadri is going to join us, but Sheyi, it's just you and I flying solo today. Don't worry, you'll be fine. How no? How you doing?
I do. All right.
Okay, so today we're discussing emotional blackmail in family dynamics.
Okay.
Emotional blackmail in family dynamics. I hope we understand what that means, though.
I was thinking you would break it down for me small first.
Okay, so emotional blackmail. You understand what emotional blackmail is, and then family dynamics. So I want to believe emotional blackmail in families. It could be from children, it could be from your mom, it could be from your husband. But just close loved ones. That's people you call family, basically. You know, how does that work? Is it good? Is it necessary? Is this something that we can't do without? We're just going to discuss everything about it
Emotional blackmail.
in
I
family
think,
dynamics. It happens a lot with children.
yeah, I was going to say that. I think from a very young age, everybody learns how to emotionally blackmail.
Your parents.
Yeah, where you'll be saying things to make you get your way. You know, my son, for example, knows I hate when people cry. So before he reports himself or before he does anything, he's already shedding
Okay.
tears.
So you
So
hate that you can't stand.
I can't stand it.
Yes. So that it breaks you when any of them is
So
crying.
so when you want to punish him, when somebody's already crying, you'll be like, okay, so where do I start from? How do I handle this little guy now? So, and I think generally, it's a form of endearment. It's a form of knowing the other person, but I think it becomes too much when it's used all the time, to get your ways, even when you know it is at the detriment of the person you're blackmailing. That is when there's an issue.
Well,
For
kids don't
example,
know
now,
that now. Kids don't know that.
yes, they don't know that. I'm even just taking it on a more wider scale. Um, but I think, to be honest, I look feel it's a form of endearment where you already know maybe your husband or you know your wife, and you know the kind of things you can say or do to make you get your way, and you use it. Everybody, you use what you have to get what you want.
So that means you do it.
Maybe,
Once in a while.
maybe. I think we're all guilty of it.
Yeah, we're all guilty of it. So nobody's going to say they don't. So it's even, in fact, I had a conversation with someone regarding that yesterday. And so we're, sorry, Sergio, welcome. Domo, I greet you specially. You didn't know I know you're here.
How are
So
you today?
I'm very fine, thank you. Sergio, you're good?
Hey, how are you? Good afternoon.
I'm very fine, my guy.
I'm good, very good.
It's good to hear your voice.
So Sergio, we're
Thank you.
discussing emotional blackmail in family dynamics.
hmm
What do you have to say about that? With family,
Evil.
emotional, because I know, say, I don't try blackmail you, not the
And
work.
I was going to say, funny enough, I was going to bring it up. I wanted to say, Saju, have you been blackmailed recently?
I was going to, I was going to
Probably,
I tried to blackmail him, but it never works.
I was going
Sergio,
to say,
he's
Saju,
ever ready.
have you been blackmailed recently?
Sergio, can anybody blackmail you?
unfortunately, I do not have daughters, so I am not suffering the emotional blackmail. And I have sons, so we deal with issues as it comes. We handle it. There's no room for blackmail because I personally see blackmail as evil.
You're good.
I mean, there's no other way to paint it. If you want to uh, gain favor or gain be prepared and some unearned something you know that you ordinarily would not be able to earn and use any other tactics or technique to get it. For me, that is very negative. And there's no other way to put it other than to say it's evil. Particularly when you are doing that against someone who you know loves you for selfish benefit.
Sajo is making it sound very bad.
That,
Sajo, that's not what it
I don't
is.
think it's that
Please,
bad.
I don't
is
think it's
bad
that
for
bad
me.
because we're
Emotional
guilty of the
blackmail.
same thing.
No, you are guilty. I do not emotionally blackmail people. I don't do that. I just think it's not right to emotionally blackmail any person.
No, but Sajo, okay, so I think you're taking it because, okay, so it's just like me. I come to you for something like, oh, Sajo, now, is that not emotional blackmail? Because I know that.
That is still trying to convince me. Emotional blackmail means that you are manipulative and you have something that you think you can use to either pressure me, instill fear, or make me do what you know I ordinarily would not do had I put to use my faculties without those uh, emotional shocks you are throwing at me.
But it's not, it's not completely, sometimes it's for a good cause.
You're trying to manipulate me. How is that good?
No, Sajo, it's not manipulation like that.
Emotional blackmail is manipulation.
No, it's not. So you're taking it too serious. It's not when it has okay, so there are manipulations, so there are emotional blackmail that has negative side effects, right? And there are some that do not have that. Okay, for example,
Yes, let me hear your example.
okay, for example, I know how parents make the first child responsible for the other ones. They use emotional blackmail. They try and make you feel responsible for your younger ones because ideally you're equally a child. So when they begin to tell you
No,
that
you awaken his responsibility. It's not just a child; it's his first child. So he should naturally be responsible for his younger ones.
yeah, but
It's not
Sajo,
blackmail.
no, but Sajo, it is manipulation because the truth is you are equally a child. That you are a first child doesn't mean.
You should now take the responsibility.
Yes, and I have seen people that he affected. So I know someone, she's the first child, because they had told her so many things that, it's your responsibility, is your this, is your that. She believed that, you understand, she saw them as her responsibility and she was doing everything she could, you understand, because that was what her mom had told her. But guess what? She don't do all the work finish, they don't grow and everything, and then they begin to tell her, you are not our mother. Do you understand? And it's true, she's not their mom. She was just manipulated to think that way. Because
So
the mom needed her.
I'm still waiting for the positive aspect of emotional blackmail. This story does not sound positive to me.
Does not sound what?
Positive.
Positive.
No, we're not talking about, so we're saying parents, we're saying I have seen where it happened. I'm not talking about whether it's negative. We've passed that. I'm not saying whether this is positive or negative. I'm saying parents use it. Why I'm bringing this is because you said that they are waking his responsibilities. And I said, no, it's actually manipulation. And in even a negative way because it didn't pay off. But when I meant positive emotional blackmail is, okay, so somebody doesn't want to eat. For example, your husband doesn't want to eat because he's upset with somebody. And you come in to say, you rub his ego, massage his ego or whatever, and then you try and get him into doing because he would never say no to you.
You appeal to his emotional.
So you appeal to his emotional side. Sajo, that's emotional blackmail. Or is that not? Is that not?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not. What you have just analyzed is appealing to his emotional side. Emotional blackmail presupposes that you are gaining benefit from someone doing something. Now, if he's eating, I do not see how that is benefiting you.
Okay,
Sajo. One who is nourishing himself.
Okay, so what if I use that same thing to get money from him?
Yeah, a thief.
He came ready for me, Sajo. See, if you like, call me thief. If you like, call me anything. It's okay.
You also manipulate a man to get his money.
Yes, Sajo, it happens a lot. So you see, that's where you see. You see.
What does that make it right?
Sajo, whether you like him or not. If the man like him, I go do him. If I say, hey, Odogu, this one, that one, I say, engineer, doctor, engineer, Nigerian finest man, tallest man. Sajo, and he decides to give me money. Okay? What's that? How is that bad? I dey praise him. Abi? I've seen a friend.
So that we put it.
Sajo, you said what?
Sorry. So that we put it into definitive perspective.
Okay, Sajo, you're not clear.
Let me read what Are you serious?
Yes. It's not clear.
Is it better now?
A bit, but it's still blurry a bit compared to your usual
My vision or my audio? Which one is not
audio.
clear?
Audio.
So I think it's your AirPod.
That's because that's because I'm using an AirPod.
Okay.
My kids are having their coding lessons, so
Okay, that's fine.
I don't want them distracted.
Okay, that's fine.
So can I go on?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I think it would be good if we're able to put this into perspective. Let me read to you the basic definition of emotional blackmail. Let's say emotional blackmail is a manipulative tactic where someone uses emotional pressure, like fear, obligation, or guilt to control and influence another person's actions. It often involves individuals close to the target, such as family members, partners, or friends who exploit their intimate knowledge and vulnerability to get what they want. This, for me, is evil because what you are trying to do is to control and to take advantage of the information that I have given to you about my vulnerability and my. You say what?
I don't agree. Equem. That's not addiction because I'm guilty. Shay, are you not guilty of manipulation?
How about that again?
Sergio say.
Because if you're trying to take advantage of someone
Sergio,
by
with you,
knowing that is vulnerable at this point.
No, but Sergio, calm down now. With you, I know that there are things that you ordinarily not do, except you understand the person is your friend. And because I know that, I ask you for those things, and you do them. And I know that's because I'm your friend. Will you not class that as emotional blackmail? And you say sometimes that I'm blackmailing
And
you.
you're proud.
I'm very proud to say it, yes.
You're proudly saying that you'll be blackmailing me.
Yes, because I see it as
Noted.
one of the benefits of being your friend.
Wow.
I just say wow.
Okay, no, but Sergio.
I hope you are taking note that
Very
we are
good note.
consistently be
Very
blackmailed.
good
Because frankly, this podcast, the much of time I'm giving to this podcast, I ordinarily would not have given if we're not friends.
Exactly. But I'm not doing it to...
But
I'm
is
not
that
doing
emotional blackmail? No,
but
it is
no.
me working within my understanding of friendship.
Exactly. So, Sergio, don't get me wrong. It's not so... Some people would call that's me because I know. Sometimes, because you know this person and the values or what he stands for, you will know if some things you ask for would even it will be approved. Do you understand? There are some things I won't take to Sergio because I know it's a no-no for him. That's because you know the person, you understand. And then sometimes, Sergio, because you know someone so well, you know how to present something to the person that you know that if I say it like this, that's you using that as an advantage to yourself.
Isn't that convincing the person?
Because
is that manipulating the person? Is that controlling the person? Is that taking advantage of his vulnerability?
So I think there's a thin line between it.
I was going to say there are like two divides when it comes to there's emotional blackmail that completely is you taking advantage,
and then there's one
that is you appealing to
the emotional part of the person, the emotional side of the person.
But they're all under emotional
appeal. That is emotional appeal, not emotional blackmail. Blackmail, the word blackmail itself is negative, as it is with every black thing. Black sheep, black
jackets. Cost me. I knew he was coming there. When he said black, I knew he was coming there. No, it's okay.
You know, but truthfully, once blackmail is involved, I am unable to, with the kindest respect to you, I'm unable to see how anything positive can be associated with blackmail.
Okay. So I think we used the word wrongly. So from what Sergio just explained, so emotional appeal and emotional blackmail are completely two different things. Fine. But we generally just say you're blackmailing me. Not in a bad way, because it's something everybody just uses to say, oh,
We easy lose
yeah, this one, stop blackmailing me. And they say it jokingly, not because they feel you're doing something wrong. So I get that part. So then if it's like this, from what Sajo just defined now, let's take that to the family dynamics. Then that is bad. When you manipulate in the family, when you manipulation that is detrimental to the person is wrong. But Sergio, most times, is it always detrimental to the person?
It doesn't have to be detrimental. Once it is beneficial to you, it is even wrong. You see, the reason it is wrong, in my personal view, is that if you know that I ordinarily would not do this, and you manipulate me, or you control me, or you instill some form of fear into my subconsciousness, and I do it, you have taken advantage of me.
Okay.
And if I get to realize that you actually did manipulate me to do that act, I will not be happy with you. And I could come harder on you next time. Or I could just cut you off. I know that, look, this one, I mean, I've had cousins who would want to do that. Not once, not twice. And I get to a point where I say, you know what? You went right to the first one, the second one, and now this is where it ends. I'll just block you. I think it's where I am now, at maybe the age or my personal growth phase. I don't have that patience for nothing. If I can't deal with this, instead of having to explain myself and then try to convince you as to why you're wrong, I just lock you out.
Okay.
And then you go, and that's the point where they will go screaming to the world that, oh, Joe has. And then whenever the opportunity comes to have that conversation, I tell them that, look, let me give you an instance. Let me give you a clear instance. A cousin of mine would call and say, bros, I'm stranded in one far away place. I'm stranded, I don't have money. Please, and my card is not working. Blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, you know what? I'll press you money. He did it the first time. I was like, okay, bro, but what are you doing in Nasarawa? He said, no, he went there for a job, blah, blah. He just needs, and most times he asks for very insignificant sums that you can ordinarily just do. And he will ask for those sums late in the evening when banks would have closed. Maybe just ask for 50K. I said to the first time. He asked for it again. He gave an interval of about 3 months, and they asked for it again. I sent it. Unfortunately for him, that weekend I was in Benin, and I met my elder brother. We were having a drink, and he said, this guy just asked me my personal 50K. Where this guy did? And the guy will ask exactly the same format of I did Nasarawa, I'm stranded, bank no work. I said, oh, whoa. There and there, I blocked him. I did not call him. No, I didn't block him. I waited for the third time. He called the third time, and I allowed him to call. He called for 2 straight days. I was engaging him, and he was calling. I was talking to him. Oh, okay, I will send him. On the third day, I blocked him, and he went to report to my sister. They said I'm such a horrible cousin. And I told my sister what happened. I added my elder brother to the call, and they were like, oh. And my sister said, oh, it just said do me safe. So you see, that is you thinking that you can outsmart me with what you think you know about me. And I find that very, very evil. Very evil.
Okay, I think that there's always that person in the family, because I have someone like that as well. I have, honestly, when you started telling this story, I just remember what happened. The same thing happened to me, but this one is a distant, cousin, and I grew up knowing that he used to do it to my cousin. It was so bad that my cousin was actually trying to get him out of the country, and he kept playing him. You understand? And one would think that, is he okay? Somebody is trying to help you get a better life. And then you are manipulating the person, you're telling the person lies, and the person kept paying, and you felt it was okay. So one day, I just got a call and he said, Franca, where are you? That I'm coming to Lagos, one thing. And I said, I'm not around. He now said, well, what's he going to do? He said he was coming to my house. And I said, but I'm not around. You didn't call me prior to this time to tell me you were coming. So he now said, well, what's he going to do now? He's now stranded. That he was actually coming. And I said, but you did not call me to say you were coming to see me. He now said, oh, okay, let's not argue that. I should send money for him, you understand? Because now he has to go back. He was coming to see me and discuss his farm and everything. And I said, I even put brother. I said, brother Kiniko, I don't understand.
I not invite you, bro.
I don't invite you. Me and you not get any conversation. And I said, what rights? As in, the way you're speaking like I owe you something. What exactly do I owe you? I was like, Franca, why are you talking like this? I said, no. You don't know how they gave birth to me.
You don't even know what I'm going through at that moment.
I don't even go. I say, you don't know me to the point where you know what I've been through in life. You have never been a part of my life. I call you brother because we meet in several places. And then you have the audacity to call me and I pick up your call. And then you are telling me that what I'm, excuse me, you're far older than me. So what exactly is the problem? And I told him, lose my number. Don't ever call me again. And I called my mom and told her, I said, warn your brother. You know? So I understand that. But do you know that, again, somebody else will do that. I have somebody else who will do that. And I know the person is manipulating me. But I give. It happens. I know the... Sergio, you said you're going to say something.
Well, I feel that is good. You are a very good person. You see, from my very younger age, even when I was in Ekoma, you know, one very funny thing that led to something very crazy. Then we were at a place we call NFA joint in Ekoma. Everybody was there. So this guy walks up to me, one worry guy. I walked up to him and said, bro, after I would just say, we're just resuming. So everybody pocket 50. He said, look, I buy banana for him now. I'm my guy, but okay, I don't say him be something. So I bought banana for him. The seller wanted to give me change. The guy said something to collect. And I said, where did they bring that one come? I collected my change. You know? The guy thought I had left. He was now with a group of his friends, his guy. So Victor, who buy banana for you? He said, now one guy I just obtained. Me. Joe Ebwege. Now you obtained. Now, he didn't know I was behind it. Now, from the back, now I use cover clapping with my Instagram.
Wicked.
They were like, Joe, I say you the mother, be you say you obtained. Because I felt you were hungry and I bought banana for you. I collected what was left in the banana and I walked away, and then the whole Ekuma that evening started. It was a full-blown madness that period. But that was just one slip from one human being that feels. And the bad thing about this blackmailing thing is that for some reason they think they are smarter than you are.
That's always the case.
And that's the most injurious part of it. You sold a story to me that I sympathize with. I pity for you. And I gave you. You will go back and say, oh, I don't guide Franca. I don't walk Joe, or I don't walk Shay. I don't obtain them. And then you come back tomorrow, you do the same thing, and then you walk me again. No, it doesn't work that way. All of us, when we grow up for that, those things, right? We know the water where we drink. We know the street where we come from.
Now they say water you drink, now me say drink, so nobody decrease past
there are some lines you don't cross.
Okay, right? No, but Sergio, I think it's with family, because if an outsider is trying to do that to me, so the reason why I say that I know somebody's doing it.
Me now.
No, Sergio, you don't understand. So no, you said that's emotional appeal. You said that's emotional appeal, but
okay.
Yes. So, but I know people who actually do it, and I know they are lying. But because maybe in my head, I have told myself that, you know what, I want to do it, or I owe it to the person to do it.
I think you've not gotten to the level when you are tired.
Oh, no. You don't understand. When I mean I know the person is manipulating, it's not like the person comes all the time.
Uh-huh.
So what I'm trying to see, I choose when the person comes and I give. I know you are lying to me. I know you're trying to manipulate me, but I give. That's what I mean. Because you can tell from the first line whether
that format.
So when you give,
You
like,
just say,
so because you know the person is manipulating you,
Yes.
but you have this urge to give.
Yes.
You understand? It could even be your kids, it could be your staff, you understand, or something. But you're like, you know what?
Take.
You overlook it. But I think it is when it now becomes a norm or it now becomes really bad, then you now want to address it.
Yes. That's when you kick against
That's
it.
when you kick against it. But there are some times that you let it go, you know. But Sajo, with the case of children, Sheyi, with the case of children, how do you deal with that?
So I spare them now. I mean, my thoughts are here. I'm sure they're listening to what I'm saying. I'll simply say that, guy, you feel that you want to do this. I know where you are going to. I know what you want to do, but still take the money. At that point, you know that you're not manipulating me.
Manipulating me,
You
yes.
understand? I know what you are doing, guy. Daddy, you are too smart. I say, hey, leave daddy smartness. Take. But don't do this again because next time I will not give you. You know, it's clear to them that, okay, you see, the bad part of manipulation is when you think that you have stayed through and then you want to now, first of all, if they succeed in the act, they disrespect you. They think you're not smart. They think you're not sharp. Right? They feel, I've outsmarted this person. So in your case, even when you're giving, make them know that, look, I know that this is not real. But take. Don't be saying you guide me. I know, take. Say, go, carry wahala, go. You know, it's that, and that's what I do with my kids. I know that I know this is not real, but take, go. So we're good. You know that you have not succeeded in manipulating me, and I know that I gave it to you free will from the benevolence of my heart.
For your heart.
I gave to you.
Okay, so but that's for children that are way older. Sheyi,
That's what I wanted to
for
say.
your small children who don't know the meaning
meant
of
them straight. Straight. Like, it still happened today. My son, he was doing his homework, right? And I know, say, homework, they stress him. You know what do him? So he can't jam leg for table. Can't carry that cry. Pass, normal cry. My leg. The way I shout on him, say, my friend, if you don't go back to that side, if I slap you.
You're not a good parent. This is not proper parenting.
No. So that this whole emotional thing, any small thing you want to cry because you know, say
if you cry,
daddy go say, yeah, no.
Okay, go and rest. Don't.
Let's address it now before you turn something else. We say every small thing now you go down they skilled in the art of
of crying,
of blackmail. You know. So today it happened today. Like I knew it was because of assignments. You know when children they cry for something else, but they cry plenty because you get another thing where they use that cry to. Then I think it was.
But why do you think that's manipulation? That he was him appealing to your emotional side.
No. That was manipulation to get off his assignment. It was not appealing to any emotional side.
So, but Sajo, what of with marriages? So, is it every time? How do we know when it's an emotional appeal when it's an appeal to your emotions, and an emotional appeal, and when it's manipulation?
It's your gender. You tell us. It's your fucking truth.
Men do it as well. Men even do it more.
I'm not aware.
Yes, so manipulation. So, Sajo, with what you have explained to me, I would say women appeal to their emotions, to your emotions, while men manipulate.
Can we get an example?
Okay, so like I said,
Exactly.
you don't want to eat, and I'm
because
saying
you have two men in the studio now that have never manipulated, and you have admitted openly that.
Yes, and you have told me that what I do is not manipulation. You just told me. I explained that you said that's not. Just told me. I explained that you said that's not manipulation.
No,
so you have vindicted me.
No, I said that it is manipulation.
Blah, sheep.
No, but seriously, there are times when I know that women try to, okay, now my husband, you know when, okay, so for example, there's something happening in the house. maybe there's a quarrel, there's a meeting that things need to be sorted, or agreed on. And the wife goes to the husband to talk to the husband to say, sometimes they say you are the only one that can talk to your husband to change his mind. Because if someone else goes to talk to him, he would still stand on what his decision is. Even with the children, he's angry about something he would not take. But if you're able to, get across to it, that's his emotional side, you're able to talk him into it. He now calms down. Sorry?
Appeal to his emotional side, not
Exactly.
manipulate him.
It's not. So I didn't say manipulate. I said talk to him. So that's appeal. That's what I do. So you just said that's not manipulation. I thought it was manipulation, but thank you again for telling me what I do.
So how do we manipulate women?
Okay, so for example, men with the women, they don't appeal to the emotional side of the women.
What about
make
if
it
our
sound-
way of appeal is different?
What is if your way? We just said it. When you are doing something and you know it's to your benefit and the woman does not understand what you are doing.
Give
That's
us
what
an
Sajo said.
instance. Give us instance.
Okay, for
Just
example.
one or two.
Okay, so for example, Sajo, if in a house like husband and wife, and the man, is not able to tell the wife wants to do something, and the man does not want the wife to do that exact thing just because he's the head of the house. Just because he's the head of the house. Not that if the woman does it is wrong. And he says, no, you can't do it. That's manipulation. You talk the woman down. Sajo, you asked me for an example.
Okay.
Okay,
sorry,
you now say,
sorry.
there are certain there are certain roles you take up, not because you understand you actually is right for you to do it, but you do it because that's what a man is supposed to do. You're not appealing. You're not even sitting down with me to actually understand. Talk to me like your partner to say this. You just take a decision because that's what you're supposed to do. That's manipulation.
Is that manipulation? Really?
Yes, that's manipulation and doing things that are to your advantage. If we have a conversation and you appeal with me and I agree, then we're good. If you know that I like you, my wife will not question me because she's my wife, because I'm the man of the house. She won't question me and you take decisions. Is that not manipulation? Because you know she won't question you, because you know your wife respects you.
Is that not assertiveness, or is that not putting
Assertiveness,
your foot?
putting your foot down
Putting
when
your
it's
foot
wrong?
down.
Which
I
putting your foot
believe
down to what?
manipulation is you have like a straight road, but instead of going to the straight road, you first go this side.
No, manipulation is even when you make somebody feel bad about something that you know is not true. Gaslighting.
Okay.
Yes. You're gaslighting somebody to believe what is not true.
But what you said is not any
Yes,
of that.
because
You are
you're
not
telling
giving
me,
us a clear instance.
Sajo, you are telling me to do something. Both of you are not serious. You guys don't want to agree. Let me tell you, if you want me, the way I'm able to appeal to your emotions, to tell you why you should do that thing, why can't you do the same thing to me? Instead, you come and just say, no, that's not what should be done. Because you know that I will listen to you, or because you know that I respect you. You're taking advantage of the fact that you're a man. Yes. You're taking advantage because you know you're a man, or because you are the older person in the house. They come with, I'm the older person, I pay the bills. That's manipulation. That's you doing things that ordinarily you will not take. Yes.
Sajo, over to you.
Okay.
I'm not able to understand what.
Sajo, you will not
saying,
understand
Sajo.
because it's for a
No.
man. I have said it. Women
No, I'm
appeal
not
to their
done. Can I
emotions
finish
while
talking?
men manipulate and blackmail. If you don't do
Okay,
what I
that is
say,
your
if you
opinion.
don't do what I say you should do,
That
you're
is
going to
your
leave this
opinion.
house.
No. If you don't do what I say you should do, you're going to leave this house. That is beyond manipulation. That is another extreme situation. I mean, that is manipulation is putting that mildly. That is a higher evil. That is
Okay, someone sent, Sajo, see, someone sent a message saying the narcissistic nature of some men make them great manipulators and gaslighters.
Okay. Narcissism is not restricted. It's not gender sensitive.
Yes, sir.
A narcissistic person male or female is evil and bad for all relationships. Bad for. And I'm happy that she says for men, and I will expand it to say some women too. So whether you be a male or female gender in that regard, once you're a narcissist, of course you'll be a manipulator and a horrible gaslighter, if we can use that word. But that is not
Sergio,
what we are discussing.
Don't worry. I have plenty of examples for you, but let's quickly go on a break. When we come back, I will give you plenty of examples since you define examples.
Stay tuned. Heartlines will be right back.
This season on Heartlines, we're committed to making a difference in people's lives. So Heartlines, in partnership with Reda Consult, is offering 12 free slots of counseling every quarter for people in need of professional counseling. Additionally, we're taking on 2 pro bono cases for individuals navigating a challenging divorce. To participate, please send an email to counsel@vedaconsult.com with your story. Our team will carefully review all submissions and will contact all the shortlisted candidates. Heartlines is live Mondays to Fridays at 10 p.m, so engage with us.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing issues for many developing countries like Nigeria. And if there's going to be any meaningful progress, addressing our energy issues is non-negotiable.
I need to see light for my house. Make them do something.
Band A is expensive. I literally have to turn off all my appliances just to reduce costs.
We need light.
Introducing the Energy Outlook, your go-to show for everything energy. Every week, we'll bring you the latest insights, innovation, and in-depth analysis of Nigeria, the latest insights. Nigeria energy sector. From policy discussions to regulation decisions influencing growth and sustainability in the energy sector. We'll bring you the human stories behind the headlines, giving you a personal perspective on the broader energy challenges. Join me every Friday at 6 p.m. for the Energy Outlook, your guide to the future of energy, where energy means business.
Thanks for staying with us on Heartlines.
Please know that you can share your story with us via our WhatsApp number 08190386663 or call in to join in the conversation on 07025007749 or 07014242420. And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Official Upgrade TV. Okay, so before I went on the break, Sergio, you were saying you didn't understand what I was speaking about. Okay, so I am not trying to make this a gender thing, but most times, because of the role men play in marriages, they tend to manipulate more because the women, I'm not saying all men do, I'm saying most men, they do it. Some consciously, some unconsciously. I'd already agreed. So, but if Sergio did not say, oh, that's emotional appeal and blah, 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 you understand? I would say, okay, everybody does it. But when you're speaking to the emotional side of the man, I would say, oh, you're trying to blackmail him because you are his wife and the rest of it. But Sergio, what I was trying to say that men, from your explanation, emotional blackmail, men do it a lot. Now, you have a housewife, you have a wife.
I will not agree with you.
Okay, that's no problem. So you have a wife who is a stay-at-home mom. You go to work every day, no problem. But because you go to work every day, you come back home to start, you understand, telling the woman, I go to work, I pay the bills, and you know that that's not enough reason. That you go to work, you pay the bill and the rest of it doesn't mean you should have shortcomings when it comes to certain things in the house. But because you know, you understand, that it would affect or it would, the woman would like, oh, he's working, he's bringing money and the others. You're always playing that card. After everything I do for the house, after everything I do for the children, for crying out loud. Do you understand? It is something that we have both said we will do. Why are you doing that? And it's something that is played all the time. Sometimes they go as far as saying, I don't have time, I don't rest. When I come home, you don't want me to rest. It's something that is done because you know you're trying to make the woman feel bad that she's not providing. That's what a lot of men do. I'm not saying all men, but a lot of them do that. I would say, initially from what you said, I would say, okay, it's you talking to the emotional side like you said. But Sajo, the men know that what they are saying is not true. That you do that, there are people who would go to work, provide money, and still be nicer to their partners. There are still people who would go to work, pay the bills, and still treat their wife nicely. Again, it's not a gender thing. Do you understand? You wanted me to give an example. I'm giving an example based on the role that men play in the society. Always, what have I done for you? I take care of you. I do that. Trying to make the woman feel bad because she's not the one providing.
I strongly, very strongly oppose any form of disrespect or undermining of roles played by either of the spouses in the marriage. Now, or partners, however described. Now, I do think, if we push the narrative a bit further, I have listened to men in so much irritation, from my view, say to their spouse that, what is it you are even doing at home? You stay at home all day and you do nothing. The same way I've also heard women say, it's not just work we went to. You see, we should never, ever undermine the roles we play, because that for me is another conversation for a whole different day, which I would hope we'll have someday. When we had, I think it was my second son, my wife was supposed to be on leave, but she was called up to work. And that was the first day I was able to literally understand the scope and extent to what it is to run the home for less than 20. I couldn't survive 24 hours. So whenever I hear men talk about how, it's not just you sitting at home, I get really upset. Because that day I almost lost my mind. Trying to attend to the older son, attend to the other one.
You would have preferred to be at work.
Waking up. Huh?
I said you would have preferred to be at work.
I'd have preferred to be in courtroom for 12 hours arguing. now, so I saw that, and then that also helped me to appreciate her even more. And when she came back, I said that much to her. I was like, whoa, man, you did try. This is not easy. But again, we are wired differently. Why a woman can conveniently multitask and run all of those things and still have time to watch stuff even more. And when she came back, I said that is not to say that because of the class of men who do those things that you have just enumerated, not to generalize that men are likely to manipulate more.
Sajo, you
I do not have the statistics. I do not have the statistics, so I cannot sit here and make a postulation to say, women manipulate more than men. If I have statistics, I'll put it forth and tell you that this is how it is. But truthfully, I will never subscribe to a man who works and provides for his family, which, by the way, is his duty to use that as a tool to manipulate the woman who, by her decision, now I'm very specific on this, elects to become a sit-at-home wife. I also do not think that any right-thinking woman should allow a man, just because he now wears a title called husband, to say to you that you cannot work, or you cannot earn a living, or you should bury your dreams and aspirations before you met him and become a sit-at-home wife. No. I accept you agree to that lifestyle. You want to do what they now call the baby girl life. It's good for you, but do not come back after years to say, oh, after sitting at home for this length of time, this is what I'm getting in return. That will also pass for manipulation and blackmail. Because the decision to sit at home and the benefit that accrued from sitting at home, you have gained them. You cannot come after 20 years and say, I spent all my life sitting at home, raising your children, and now this is what you're living with. No, we all have the capacity to aspire to dream and to grow. And if anybody stands between you and your aspirations, howsoever described, it is within your power to say, no, I'm not going to take this. If we're not going to sit down and have this conversation on me continuing with my dream before I met you, as long as it does not interfere with our values as a couple, then I'm not doing it. So the point to be made is that whether from the man or from the woman, narcissism, gaslighting, manipulation, blackmail are all evil and cannot be excused.
Okay. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. There's no argument, Sergio, that will make you agree, but that's fine. Like I said, women most times appeal to the emotional side of the men.
Where is your statistic? Put the statistics out there. Let us discuss
most
it.
times appeal. I'm not giving numbers. I said most times.
Is that where black
I said women, not all women. Women.
I'm wearing
most
black for
times,
you today so that we'll spare it out.
Sajo, let's get it on. I'm ready for you. Women most times I'm ready for you. Women most times appeal to the emotional narratives and how they have been raised to approach certain things with a man if they want a peaceful marriage. Mm-hmm. You agree? Good. And the men, again, because of how they were raised, are supposed to be assertive, like you said, manipulative.
Not my words.
In the bid to be assertive, become manipulative.
There you go, trying to manipulate Sheyi in the studio.
I'm not trying to manipulate.
And we are looking at you, Koro.
Yes, I'm appealing to his emotional side. So, but you know, any which way, my point is, initially before now, again, maybe my own upbringing, I just felt these are things that happen in marriages. There's no how you'll be in a marriage and one person will not try and use certain things to their advantage at the end of the day.
And generally.
You understand? Generally, it is not about the man, it's not about the woman. As far as you're in a relationship with someone, some days you're the person trying to do that. Some days the man, you understand, goes both ways. And it's okay, fairness, you understand, fairness to both the male and to both the husband and the wife. Because like I said, if I know, say, you get what I go do to get what I want from my husband, why not? Do you understand? As long as in my head, it is not endangering him. If you call it manipulation, or if you call it, and guess what, Sergio, you said something that if the guy would not naturally want to do it. Sergio, because he would not do it, that's why you have to be manipulative. Or you have to appeal to his emotional side. However you do it,
wow.
If you have to lie, wow, what? You say you wear black, I wear black. So if you have to, so Sergio, the truth is how you go about it, in all honesty. If I want something from my husband and I don't have to lie, I'll tell him what I want it for, but then I'm not demanding, I'm appealing. You understand? To give it to me.
Franca, do you think withholding sex in marriage is manipulation by women?
Do you think what?
Withholding sex.
Withholding sex.
Yeah, so in all honesty, yes. From anybody.
It is.
Yes, it is.
No, I'm talking about women. I know that they do it more.
It's not about whether, I don't know whether women or men.
You the don't fact know that
again. You do it.
You don't know again.
If you do it.
Saloboa.
If you do it, you're withholding sex for any. See, Sergio, if you do not have a conversation about what is happening, if you're having issues, and you do not have a conversation about what is happening, or you do not explain why you do not want to have sex with your partner, and you're using it like, oh, because I know he wants sex and I don't want to give him sex, that's manipulation. Yes.
Until he does something you
Whoever
want.
is doing it.
Maybe like he gives you money, or he pays for a particular bill, or he does XYZ. I agree with you. It's very manipulative.
It's very manipulative, yes. Because
and
sometimes
evil, right?
the men do it, sometimes the women do it. The woman will say, I'm not going to sleep with you because of blah, blah, blah. The man said, goes, okay, I'm not going to sleep with you. Both ways. It happens both ways.
Sajo, do you know that women... Whether he's happy, whether he's sad, whether he's successful, whether he's frustrated,
Sajo,
that
that's
is the
what
only
we think.
constant in his mind.
Sajo, listen. That's what we think. There are women that have been
married. That's what we know.
That's what Sajo know. I have heard women say in the last 6 years they've not had sex in their marriage. Yes.
2%.
I see. You see, I'm not doing numbers. When you say it is, I don't know. That's why I said if na man or if na woman.
And that could be attributed to the level to the numbers of Gabriel that are not prevalent of Gabriel.
I'm not going to discuss Agege. I'm not going to discuss Agege people here.
I said name. Gabriel is a name in the flooded part of Lagos.
Okay, so but Sajo, in all honesty, like I said, I feel sometimes. So let's not use the word manipulation. Let's use the word appealing to the emotional side of your spouse is necessary in every relationship, because it balances. Sometimes even the men, the men want it for you to massage their ego and all that. And sometimes the women also want you to say, okay, it's not beg me.
Them.
Sorry, you said
pamper
something?
Them.
Eh?
To pamper them.
Exactly, to pamper them. So it's something that should be done.
Fly them on a trip to Paris.
So it's something that should be done. Do you understand? So Shay, you want to say something? Let's leave Sajo.
I think at the end of the day, we should have a midpoint where we try to draw the line between emotional appeal and blackmailing. And we should balance it with logical explanations as much as we can. Where, I mean, just like women too, when you are appealing, I feel like you can appeal to a thin line, where it become emotional blackmail. And you know, if you don't do this, this will happen. You know, the guy will come to feel bad. Say, and this money I was supposed to use it to do this. You collect that last couple for your hand. So, so I think what we should try to achieve in relationship is balancing logical explanations with emotional appeal, so that we don't move towards what's the word again? So that we don't move towards manipulation.
Please, Sajo, I want to ask you one question. Sajo, I want to ask you one question. So when the woman decides to ask her husband for something while they are having sex, is that manipulation?
Well, first of all, it is manipulation.
It is.
However, it is a very unintelligent manipulation, because the possibility of getting that seed after they come down from the mountain is very slim. Except that thing must be done while the man is in the mountain.
People who do it know how they go about it. So that means it's okay. So it's not you appealing to the emotional side of the man.
No, that's
it's manipulation. Wait.
That's manipulation.
Yes.
That's manipulation. That's manipulation.
So while you are at it.
That's manipulation.
No, while you are at it.
It's manipulation.
When you know that when the man is happy, he will give you everything you want.
No, wait. Let me get the line. Is it pre-commencement?
No. During.
It or after it?
During
it.
Yes.
During it. At that point, a man can promise you to buy you.
That's high-level manipulation.
So that's because you know that is the time he's at his most vulnerable part, and
yes.
He's happy.
Yes, that's manipulation, high-level witchcraft. That's witchcraft.
It's a wasted manipulation, because you won't get anything.
No, some men will do. Some men that are talking now they will do. It's people like Sheyi. People like Sheyi.
High level.
People like Sheyi.
Witchcraft.
Sheyi said because you are doing like this, you are doing like this. You don't know when you say yes. Okay, so this was a nice conversation. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We no longer have time. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.